All right, it is Bueller and Dodge, and on the phone we got a special guest today fighting this weekend, January 18th, happening in Boston, Massachusetts. It is UFC Fight Night. It's a big one because we have Conor McGregor fighting Dennis Siver. And then we also have Benson Henderson, former UFC champion, going up against Donald Cerrone, who just fought last month. And this is part of a trilogy. You guys have already fought twice before back in the WEC. You're fighting him again this weekend. What do you think about the short notice thing, first of all? How does that feel? And thank you for being on the show.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me on, guys. The short notice, for me, I had a previous opponent in Eddie Alvarez. Something happened to him. He got hurt or he was sick or something. And then they needed to find somebody else. Donald Cowboy Cerrone, being the man that he is, took the fight 2 days, agreed to the fight 2 days after his last win over Miles Jury. So I'm cool with it, of course.
Right.
So we read somewhere that you basically found out of this fight because he texted you, and then you had found out basically right between text and Twitter, like the UFC never contacted you?
Yeah. Donald hit me up. He texted me, said, "Hey, bro, nothing personal. It's just business, nothing but love." I texted him back, "Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, but okay, cool, dude." He's like, yeah, go look it up. It's on Twitter right now. So I went on Twitter, looked it up. I saw something happen to Eddie, and we were going to be dancing off together again for the third time. I texted back, "Cool, see you in Boston. See you in a couple of weeks."
Now, how does that work? I mean, I thought, from my understanding, I thought that both camps had to agree to the fight before it was signed. So for you to not even know the fight was happening, but the fight be announced by the UFC, was that kind of frustrating at all to you?
I thought that was the way it worked also. I am, like you, new to the finding out and it being announced, but whatever, it is what it is. I like to think, in my head, the UFC knows me so well and they like me so much that they like, yes, he'll say yes. There's no way he would say no. He's a company man. He likes us. We like him, and he would say yes. So we're just going to wrong thing because we know that he would say yes anyways. So in my head, I like to convince myself that that's what they were thinking.
So if the roles were reversed and you were given the fight against Donald Cerrone on 2 weeks' notice, would you have taken the fight and drive yourself from Las Vegas to Boston?
Anytime, anywhere, anybody. At the 155-pound division, I'll fight Anthony Pettis tomorrow, 5 rounds, 6 rounds, 7 rounds, doesn't matter. At 155, I'm as confident as any other fighter on the planet. I know I'm pretty good, and I'm a tough matchup for anybody. So at 155, I'll take on anybody. At 170, might want to take some time. You have a full 8-week, 5-week, whatever training camp, get ready for somebody. Like, he's pretty big, he's pretty tough. And I'll take some time to practice and stuff. But at 55, I don't care who it is. Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do it tonight. Yeah, I don't care.
But before this, there was obviously talks that you were going to move to 170. Obviously, not for this fight, but is it going to be after this fight, or are you going to kind of wait now and see what happens?
I don't know. It really is kind of up in the air. The plan is to stick at 55, go get my belt back, and go beat up Anthony Pettis. And then from there, continue on and yada, yada, yada. But it's still kind of all up in the air. As you get older, getting down to 155 becomes a little bit harder for me. So before I didn't want to entertain the thought of going to 170. Now I'm older and a little bit tougher. I would not mind entertaining the thought of going to 170. So we'll see. No concrete plans,
You're the former 155 champion, and you obviously want to get that belt back. But I got to ask, man, and I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but at the same time, I got to know, how much does it suck seeing you on the Showtime kick replay? When you're on the receiving end of that kick, does that sting a little bit every time they show it?
No, I think it really is fine. It's like Michael Jordan or Larry Bird or Magic Johnson or Tom Brady or take your pick of whoever the athlete is, Tiger Woods. Like, you have your ups and downs with what we do, If you're Michael Jordan and they show the Pistons beating you in that great shot by Isaiah Thomas, him coming into the game hurt and stumbling, and then they show that over and over and over again, like, I guess you could, Michael Jordan could have let it affect him and probably not been as great as he was, or you can go the other way, or you can not let it affect you, you cannot let it define you, and you can go on and win a UFC championship lightweight title and defend it the record number of times, and let that define you for who you are and whatnot. So it is what it is. You got takes the ups and downs with life. You can't be you got to man up, accept it, move on, go forward, all that stuff. So for me, it doesn't really. I've seen it enough times. It was an amazing kick. It was a great kick by Anthony Pettis. Hats off to him for doing such a good kick. But I like to think that my actions afterwards has helped ease the pain, having the gold belt around my waist. I was like, yeah, it's cool. It helped make me a better fighter.
I love that you compare yourself to Michael Jordan. I wish that I could have the confidence to compare myself to Michael Jordan. I only compare myself to a fat Jack Osborne, and that's about it, man.
Yeah, well, you can compare yourself to the best radio guy. Like, if in life, I think
I'm going to start doing
no
that.
matter who you are, what you do, whether you're a writer, a journalist, a pundit, an athlete, whether you're a football player or a basketball player or tennis player or whatever it is you do, cricket, you want to, be the best. You want to emulate the best. So if it's Tiger Woods and you're a golfer, yeah, you want to be Tiger Woods or Rory McIlroy or whoever it is. You play hockey, you want to be the next Bobby Orr or whatever.
I like this guy.
So I know you're
that means a lot to me, buddy.
I know you're a diehard Seahawks fan, correct?
Yeah.
So how do you think they're going to match up against the Packers, against Aaron Rodgers?
I think in Seattle, no one has beaten them for the next couple of years. Not at Seattle, not at their stadium.
And then, so who do you think they're going to face then? Obviously, you're thinking they're going to the Super Bowl. Who are they going to face, Patriots or Colts?
I got to go Patriots on that one. I'm a big Brady fan.
Oh, so Seattle and Pats. That's pretty much the most common guess for the winners this weekend. We'll see what happens, man. I am not a Seahawks fan. My folks moved up to Washington, and they traded from the Niners to the Seahawks as soon as they moved up there. So that makes me not like them at all.
Well, I won't hold it against you.
I do. It's okay.
Of course he does. So we got one more question for you, man. Thanks for your time again today. It's a who would win in a fight question. Dodge, go ahead.
All right, Benson. Who's going to win in a fight? A bear with machine guns for hands and feet, or a pterodactyl that poops chainsaws?
Joe Riggs, hands down. not even close. He tears them apart.
All right, Joe Riggs wins the fight between the bear and the pterodactyl. Benson Henderson going up against Donald Cerrone this weekend. It is a UFC fight night. We got McGregor versus Siver, and we got Benson Henderson and Cerrone. It's going to be one hell of a night. Make sure you tune in for free. It's on Fox, correct?
Sports 1.
Fox Sports 1. Benson, thank you so much for spending time with us today, man. Best of luck this weekend.